What is your team hearing in particular about this?
Yeah, so what our team found is that there are several Taiwanese companies that have been critical in building the chip sector in Taiwan that are now helping build these facilities within China that are affiliated with Huawei. Our earlier reporting showed that there are several different locations where Huawei has affiliated companies that are building chip facilities in and around Shenzhen in particular. And our investigation found that there are several Taiwanese companies that have been critical to the chip industry in the past that are helping with some of these facilities. So these are companies including Topco Scientific, L&K Engineering, United Integrated Services. These are relatively small companies, but they have been very integral to building what is really the most powerful semiconductor industry in the world in Taiwan. And now they're helping Huawei. That's controversial for a couple of different reasons. First of all, Huawei's been blacklisted by the U.S. government, and many companies are not supposed to be helping them. And also there are rising tensions between China and Taiwan. China has been menacing Taiwan in a number of different ways. So it's unusual to have these Taiwanese companies actually helping Huawei in this very, very critical, strategically important industry.
And it goes beyond chips, doesn't it? But also, has there been any reaction out of Washington with regard to this, and anything that the companies themselves have actually said?
Well, the companies have said that many of the companies have said that they are working with these companies at this point, but they're not violating U.S. sanctions. They're not violating things because they're working on parts of the facilities that are not strategically important. For example, they're working on systems like the wastewater systems and things that Topco in particular said that they're working on a wastewater system at one of the plants that's affiliated here. So that may not fall exactly under the U.S. sanctions. We talked with some experts about what exactly would be barred under the U.S. sanctions, and it's not clear at this point. It's hard to tell from the information that we have what would be allowed and what wouldn't be allowed. This attorney who specializes in this area said you need to gather a lot more information to find out precisely what kind of equipment is being used, what kind of supplies are being offered. Washington, this is the first time this is being reported, so we haven't heard reaction out of Washington, but there are some voices in Taiwan who are quite upset about this. They feel like at a time, again, of rising tensions between China and Taiwan, these Taiwanese companies should not be prioritizing their own profits, their own revenue over the security of the island.
Right, and I was going to get to that question, Peter. In fact, the voices within Taiwan that you mentioned, are these in the private sector? Have we heard from Taiwan officials about our reporting here?
Yeah, a couple of things. These are academics now who are criticizing the work of these companies. They're concerned about the security of Taiwan. We also spoke with the Taiwanese government about that and asked them about this. They said that they are looking into this after our reporting uncovered that these firms are working in this area. So they're beginning to probe into exactly what's going on with these companies. We haven't heard the results of that. This is very early in the reporting process.